Sorry if you hear my husband in the other room. He's super loud because he's playing his video game, so don't mind him. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this video without crying. So I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been uploading anything for over 6 months now. It's been a really long time. And I kept saying, hey, I'm gonna be back. Like, don't worry, I'm coming back. Don't leave me. Don't unsubscribe. Like, but a lot of stuff started happening, and it just got to a point where I couldn't really balance the two, acting like, you know, everything was okay when it wasn't. I'm a very private person. I don't like to share my business, what happens in my life, really. I mean, my channel is not about, you know, my life. It's more about, you know, cake decorating and tutorials and anything cake related. But I do feel kinda, not that I owe people an explanation, but just so you guys can understand why it's been taking me so long to come back to YouTube and make videos and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, so it all started December 2019 when I received the bad news of my mom. She was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4, and stage 4 is like one of the last stages, or close. I'm not sure, but it's not good. So then I ended up going out to New York and helping my mom, taking care of her. She started getting better. The cancer wasn't growing, but it wasn't going anywhere. And then later in March, she got pneumonia. At first, we were thinking it could have been COVID or whatever, but it was pneumonia. They tested her a bunch of times and she didn't have COVID. After her getting pneumonia, the cancer spreaded more, and eventually she passed away. It was really hard. Of course, losing somebody, especially your mother, is extremely hard. It doesn't feel real. Losing anyone in general doesn't feel real, but I had a really good relationship with my mom. She was my best friend, my #1 supporter, definitely. She used to go into her work office and just tell random people about my channel. People like her coworkers, but they didn't really know her like that. And just tell them like, hey, this is my daughter's channel, follow her. And the reason why I know is because, well, she would tell me that she would just make random people follow me just so that I could reach like 100 subscribers. And even after that, like, she just kept making people follow my channel. And then if it wasn't that, then she'd be blowing up people's Facebook feeds with my newest tutorial, or she'll just take a picture, take one of my photos from my Instagram and upload it to her page saying, go follow my daughter, you know, support, I appreciate it, you know. Anyways, she was really supportive with like the cakes that I do, and that was one thing that she didn't want me to stop doing, was my cakes, because of her situation. She didn't want me to be sad and depressed and stressing. She wanted me to continue to, you know, doing what I loved. I in the beginning, even after she passed, a couple months, I think I threw out like 3 or 4 more tutorials, and eventually all my emotions started to catch up with me. Just, I hated being fake and putting a fake smile on my face while recording videos, because I try to push all those emotions to the side and I try to be strong like her. and which is not bad, to like continue pushing forward, and life goes on type of thing. That's the kind of attitude I was having. And it wasn't anything like a bad attitude to have, but it was just bad that I was pushing my feelings off to the side, and that can get really bad. And I saw that because I started having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. I really encourage anybody who is in a similar situation as me to please, speak to people, reach out to people, speak about your feelings, because, eventually all those emotions, like, they're gonna just keep piling on, and then, you don't want to end up having like a heart attack or a panic attack or whatever. It's just, it sucks. And also, if you're religious, definitely pray, ask God to give you the strength, and I promise you He will, because He did for me. He got me through. He got me through so much. He really did. And it's like, it's amazing what God can do if you let Him. I'm so thankful that, because of Him, I'm able to laugh again. I was able to dance again and just be myself. And I'm trying to get back that motivation to do cake tutorials and stuff like that. And I'm trying to give myself time to grieve. So yeah, that's what happened. That's why I haven't been around. I apologize for not speaking up and saying something. Mostly the reason why I didn't come out and say anything was because I didn't want to get bombarded with so many, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, or my condolences, because I was already sad that I lost my mom, and I didn't want like a constant reminder. I don't know, like, that's just how I am. I don't like people to feel sorry for me. I hate it. I don't know if that's bad, but I really don't like it. Also because it just makes me cry even more. Like, especially, have you ever, like, someone ever come up to you and say, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" Like that, especially when you're at your weakest point, like that makes you cry even more. So one thing I will share with you that I thought was so amazing, like, yeah, I lost my mom, but God did not let her leave without letting me know that she was in a good place with Him. When it came down to unplugging everything, because my mom at that point, she was suffering a lot. So the doctors were telling us, she's suffering a lot. What do you want to do? So, my mom did want to fight for her life, but it wasn't at the stage she was. It was just really bad. And if anything, we were doing more harm letting her live, because she had like a tube down her throat helping her breathe, and she had gotten a fever. The cancer spreaded. So they said, if we take out the tubes and she can breathe on her own, then, hallelujah, it's a miracle. If not, then, so we were ready for whatever God was gonna do. They unplugged everything, and I was sitting there praying over her. My dad was there, my uncle was there, the nurse and the doctor was there as well. And they took... Justin, can you lower your voice? So once everything was unplugged, you could see that she was trying to take breaths, and little by little I saw her breathing a little bit more. So I'm just there like, God, help her, and then also help me, and prepare my heart for whatever is about to happen. I just kept begging God to just please give her a chance to come back and perform a miracle, something. And then my dad, he just told me, let her do her thing. If she's ready to go, then let her go. So then I I went over to her, told her that, we're gonna be okay. I told her that I was gonna take care of my brother, and and then we were all gonna be okay, and that we weren't going to be upset if she just wanted to, not fight anymore, and that we were gonna love and take care of each other. And then lastly, I ended it with telling her to go home with the Lord, that He was waiting for her. And after I told her that, she smiled. And to me, to the nurse, to my dad, it was just amazing to even see that she smiled, because we just all knew she saw something amazing, because she took her last breath and then she smiled, and then that was it. And I looked at my dad like, you saw that? He was like, yeah, oh my gosh. It was just such a beautiful thing. It was just such a beautiful... Justin, shut up! Shush! It was just such a beautiful thing to witness, because how was it that my mother, that was in so much pain, she had cancer from like head to toe because it spreaded everywhere, and she had a fever, and she had pneumonia, and she had all these things going on with her body, and she couldn't even breathe. But yet, after her last breath, she was able to smile. And I was just like, what the heck? That's crazy. And I was like, as soon as I saw that, I felt like flipping tables. Like, I was like, wow. Like, me and my dad and the nurse will hold that in our hearts forever. My uncle, sadly, he missed it. He didn't get to see. He was, I think he was crying. But the nurse, she was so moved by it. She told me, she pulled me to the side, like after I said my goodbyes to my mom. She was like, I just wanted to let you know, I've never seen something like that before. And she said, it just moved me. And she said also, it was just so nice to see like how faithful I was with, taking care, making sure my mom was being treated right, making sure that I was there, making sure that I was watching her. Just like the love you have for your mom, I can see it like all over you. I could see how much your family in total just loved her so much. I don't know that nurse's life, but I was happy that she was able to see that, because the fact that she said it moved her, it made her really happy to have been there to witness that. Who knows, God, this is how God works. This is the beautiful thing about God, is that He'll take an ugly situation and then it becomes your testimony. But it was like almost like she was already witnessing the testimony. She was like behind the scenes, and who knows what that did for her. And I hope that my testimony is able to help you get strength to keep pushing and doing what you love, no matter what may come your way. Many struggles, many bad things will happen, but we have to remember that just because something bad happens in our life, it doesn't mean we stop here, we stop there, we stay stuck. We gotta keep pushing. Especially, if you have kids, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta make that money and, provide for them. So I definitely got closer to God with this situation. And some people, either separates them more from God, or it brings them closer. Because of my faith and my relationship with God, I was able to just, you know, I'm gonna like, I want to know you more. And I feel like the just that little piece where she smiled, it just like, not that I doubted God, but you know how it is. It's like confirmation that there is a God out there. There's something beautiful out there. And God knew I needed to see that. That needed to happen for me to keep pushing forward. So yeah, that's my story. A lot of you obviously clicked on this video because you wanted to know if I was going to continue doing YouTube, and the answer is unfortunately, of course I am. I'm not gonna stop, and if anything, this motivates me to do better. And yeah, so we'll see what the future holds. It is gonna take me a little bit to start getting the show on the roll, because it's been a while and I'm a little rusty, so take it easy on me, okay? And yeah, I look forward to uploading more videos. I'm excited to see what else God brings. And thank you so much, by the way, for 8K. I didn't even think that my channel was gonna continue to grow over 6 months. I thought it was just gonna like die out, but there's constant people just commenting and letting me know that they miss me, or there was new subscribers, new people subscribing, saying like, oh, I love this channel, this and that. So that really motivated me. That got me excited to come back. So I really appreciate all you guys' support. That's another reason that, you know, I love doing what I do, because I know that these cake tutorials are actually, you know, doing something. They're teaching people, and then at the same time they're making people laugh, making people entertained. So yeah, all right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. God bless. Dear Mommy, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.